Hi, and welcome to Inside Mental Health with Debbie. I'm your host, Debbie Mulder. With going through a pandemic, life has been tough. And in starting the show, I really wanted to give people, including myself, the resources and information to help make it through this tough time and really reinforce the message that you are not alone. Mental health should be acknowledged and addressed. Now, my guest today is certainly doing her part in helping to erase the stigma and supporting others through these times. On today's show, we're going to talk about the correlation between your physical health and your mental health and how both of these are just as important to our well-being. Today, we have Alias Blasi from Blais Performance and Wellness joining us, and she's here to talk to us about the correlation and how we can form healthy habits. Alias is a personal trainer, she's a yoga trainer and lifestyle coach. She is a mom of two, lover of green smoothies, paddleboarding, and self-development podcasts. Alias owns and operates Blais Performance, a facility where individuals can maximize their potential and develop healthy habits and enjoy living an active lifestyle. I'm now joined by Alias Blasi. And Alias, thank you so much for being here today with us.
Thank you. I'm really excited to be here. Thanks for having me.
So let's just jump right in. Alias, can you tell us what is the correlation between physical health and mental health?
Yeah, you know what? This is a really great question, Debbie, because I feel like some people don't relate the two, but our physical health is directly related to our mental health and vice versa. So the stronger or the healthier you are in your physical body, the healthier you'll be in your mental body. And it's all related, right? So we're not just physical beings. We also have our brains. We also have other levels to ourselves, like our emotional bodies. All of these things come together, and they're quite important in our overall picture of health. I think you could probably think of it this way. You could have somebody that is really, really healthy. They look really healthy on the outside, but they have a lot of, let's say, stress going on in their life, right? And that stress can cause disease or decease in their body and lead to certain types of ailments. So they are both definitely connected, and they both are very, very important for an overall better picture for our health.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, that's a great way of putting it, because some people don't really understand why taking care of your body also helps take care of your mind. So I appreciate putting that all together. Now, what would you say are the fundamental needs of individuals to take care of their mental health?
Yeah. So it's funny because when I think about this question, I actually default back to when I first had the awareness of what I actually needed. And this is actually when I first had my babies, had my newborn kids, and it played a massive toll on my mental, my emotional, and my physical health. Having children is not easy. I think you can talk to any mom, you'll know that. But I had this epiphany and this awareness that what I needed for, a human was basic fundamental needs that were very similar to what a baby would need when a baby is just starting to thrive in their lives. And they actually call this, if you've ever looked into it, it's called the Maslow hierarchy of needs. Yes. And the bottom level of this hierarchy is the basic fundamental physical needs that we need to survive. And I would even go further and to say that we need these things even to thrive in our lives, to actually excel at all the other areas. And so these are really simple things. Like, one, of course, we need to be able to breathe. If we're not breathing, we're dead, right? But did you know that many people don't breathe well, and they don't breathe fully, which actually can play a toll on your mental health and your physical health and your emotional health. Okay. The other things that you need is we actually need to move. We have physical bodies, they're meant to move, and it's really important for our bodies to move. We have what's called our lymphatic system, which is like our drainage system, our sewage system for our body. And the only way that we can get rid of like the junk stored in our sewage is by moving our body. Otherwise, some of this like sewage will get stored and again, lead to some sort of disease. Right. Of course, we need to eat. Okay. And the better the food that we put in our bodies, the better we're going to feel. Okay. So we all know how we feel when we go out for a buffet dinner and we overeat and we eat like extra dessert, right? We all know how we feel. Definitely lethargic, tired, unmotivated, not wanting to do much. But on the flip side, the more healthier foods that you eat, the better your body is actually going to feel. Okay. And then there's, of course, we need some other things. Like fresh air and sunshine. I think it's definitely underrated. These are things that are really, really important just to get outside, vitamin D from the sun, and living in Barrie, probably 6 months of the year. Our skin is covered in warmer clothing because it's colder and we don't always get that vitamin sunshine that our body needs, but it is so important for our mental health and overall physical health. So breathing, healthy food, moving your body, and getting outside for fresh air and sunshine are really, really important for both your mental and your physical health.
Yeah. And that's so great, Alyssa, because we know we need all those things to live. But sometimes we get caught up in life and just forget that those things are so, so important. So thank you. Thank you so much. So how do we naturally create habits? How would you think we do that?
Yeah, great question. So think about it this way. So our brain actually wants to naturally create habits because our brain is only so big and it needs to store a ton of information. And so our brain wants to create habits so that things become more automatic. So when you're a kid and you're 3, you're just learning to brush your teeth. You really have to think about every step, like take the toothbrush up, slowly put the toothpaste on, put it in your mouth. How do I brush up and down, right?
Yes.
I don't know how old you are, Debbie, but I'm pretty sure that I can probably take a guess that you've brushed your teeth 365 days a year, twice a day for the last however many years, right? That is probably an automatic habit that you have that you don't even really have to think about it. And you probably use the same hand to do it. You probably brush the same way. And unless your dentist says, like, I need you to focus more on this area of your teeth, you're not really thinking about it. And you can do it with your eyes closed, blindfolded, half asleep in the morning, right? You don't have to think about it. Yep. So that's a habit. It's things that we do automatically without even thinking about them.
Like that, that's so great. And I hope my dentist is watching because that's how I do.
Yes, right? And you floss.
Yes. And the habits, it's just automatic, right? So automatically, I want to go towards that healthy food. Automatically, I know I need to start moving and doing my exercises. Automatically, I need to do that. That's a healthy habit. And I'm hoping that the viewers watching and myself as well, that we can form those healthy habits. So I appreciate you saying these things and really bringing that to light. What are 3 simple habits that may be a catalyst for change?
Yeah. And so just going back to the basics here. So I love to frame things in a scenario. So if you are not feeling your best, say you have a cold and you're stuck on the couch all day, and you probably are not going to be drawn to eating really healthy foods. You probably don't want to do too much. You're not going to be super motivated. You're going to be tired. And so when you're in that state, when you're, sedentary on the couch, it's really hard to create healthy habits. But one of the easiest ways and the simplest things that you can do to push yourself and remotivate and re-energize yourself is actually moving your body, because moving your body changes your state. Okay. It can change your energy levels from feeling really, really tired to uplifted energy. And it doesn't take much movement to do this. Like you can put your arms up and down in the air a couple of times, couple of twists, whatever feels good. Some people love just getting outside and going for a fresh air walk, but that does re-energize you. Now you can obviously take it too far. And if you did, ran a marathon, you're probably going to be tired afterwards. But in general, if you start exercise, if you start moving your body on a regular basis, your body is going to start feel better, and it's going to want to start to feel better, and it's going to automatically start making better decisions. And it's actually been proven that when you start exercise regularly, whatever that looks like for you, you are going to potentially quit smoking. You're going to sleep better. You're going to start eating healthier foods. Maybe you're going to start hanging around some people that also like to move their bodies. And then it just creates that catalyst for change. It creates that ripple effect. And all it took was doing one thing, one change in your life that leads to many, many, many changes.
I love how you made that connection, though, with making better decisions, right? Mm-hmm. Just that energizing, just that physical activity, all of that really leads up to what we're thinking, how we're thinking, and just a healthier mind frame.
Mm-hmm. As a trainer, some people think that it's just automatic, that I'm always just super motivated to work out and that I always have lots of energy. But the reality is it's still something that I need to work on. But it is such a priority in my life. And I know how much better that I feel when I do move, which is why I do make it a priority. I do, even on those days where it's the hardest days to get off the couch, I've got that appointment booked with myself to move my body. And what happens afterwards is, again, making those better decisions. I'm going to eat healthier food. I feel so much better. And it usually allows me to show up better for the people and the things that I have in my life. Awesome.
And I know you have kids, Alyssa. Do you kind of instill that on them as well?
So funny enough, my kids are natural, love to move. So I have, but I think a big part of that is we've always instilled it even since they were born, right? So my kids were natural, movers. They were really quick to crawl, really quick to walk, and then they were running, and now I'm still chasing them around, yes. Which has made me need to keep up with them. So I need to be active. So, that was ingrained with them from their childhood. But I can honestly say that it can create a wonderful way for, it's the same with kids. It doesn't matter how old you are. Physical activity, especially these days in school, kids can't sit down for 8 hours a day and plug away at their work. Teachers know this. They need to do movement breaks. You do a movement break, you get a little break, a mental break, you have some fun, you move your body, and then you can go back to the math lesson or get back to writing that piece of that article or that paper or whatever it is that you're doing. We need to move, and it just is such an important habit, whatever age you are.
Before we go to commercial break, I'm just wondering, your favorite healthy food?
Oh, yeah. Oh gosh, my favorite. Okay, I am going to go with avocados. Oh. I love avocados. You can do so many things with avocados. Personal favorite is obviously guacamole. I love a great guacamole dip, but I find that it just makes things really, really flavorful and creamy. Yeah. And believe it or not, I have an awesome recipe for chocolate avocado mousse, and it's to die for, and it's all really, really healthy for you with avocado in it.
And chocolate.
And chocolate, right? And chocolate. Yes.
You're speaking my language. I love it. I love it. Avocado. There we go. Perfect. All right. Well, I think this is a great place to take a break. So we're going to take a break right now. When we come back, Alyssa, I'm going to have you talk about your studio. I'm going to have you talk about Blais Performance and what you're doing there, and just the things that you offer and how you can help people maximize and develop healthy habits. So we will be right back.
This program is brought to you by Ignite TV. Now you're in command. Visit Rogers.com for more details.
My husband is a wonderful man and a great father when he's not drinking. I'm so angry he chooses alcohol over us. If he really loved us, he'd stop drinking, right? My counselor suggested I try Al-Anon. I didn't understand why. I'm not the one with the problem, but I'm glad I went. Do you worry about someone's drinking? You are not alone. Al-Anon or Alateen can help. Call 866-200-0033 or visit alanon.org/hope.
Welcome back to Inside Mental Health. We have Alias Blasi from Blais Performance and Wellness with us. And Alias, I'd love for you to tell us, why did you decide to open Blais Performance?
Great question. So my husband and I, we moved to Barrie 8 years ago to raise our family. We thought this would be a wonderful, and what we found was a very active community with Barrie's waterfront and people loving to be outside. The idea of Blais Performance really stemmed from my husband loves to train athletes, and he trains a lot of hockey players, hence why Blais Performance is inside a hockey rink. And so that is his passion, is helping young athletes, both with their, their performance goals and to reach the highest level of sport that they can. We also wanted to have an established adult program where we could take the same ideas of helping individuals focus on other types of goals in the performance realm, which would be, how can you get stronger so that you can feel better in your body, so that you can do the things that you love to do, like picking up your kids or going up a flight of stairs or doing all those things with a little bit more ease. And instead of focusing on, some of the other training aspects, which are mostly just body focused, we really wanted to be more focused on our mental and our physical health to create a strong body and a strong mind. And so that's why we decided to start Blais Performance, and that was 8 years ago, and it's been quite a wild ride.
Right. Hey. And so, do you find when people come to you, do they struggle with mental health? Is it a kind of an uphill battle sometimes, or are people ready? Are the people at the place where they understand physically, we're going to do some work, and this will help you mentally? Do you see that connecting?
Yeah, so most people that come with that to us have that awareness that belief that improving their physical health is going to help their mental health. And they also have some other types of lifestyle goals. They know that perhaps in the past that they felt really good when they used to be fit when they were younger. And so it really has stemmed into people come to us when they're in a place where they either love to move and they don't want to do it on their own anymore. They need to get motivated to do it. Or they are potentially newer at working out. They're not sure what they need to do. They really like our personalized approach of how we really address individual needs. When people come in and train with us, we want to make sure that we're doing exercises with our clients in a safe way, but also pushing them to their limit so that they can live up to their potential that they have within themselves. Mm-hmm. And that can be anything from just being able to do a push-up. Like some of the ladies that I work with have never done a push-up before, and now they can, which is really inspiring, to, maybe lifting some heavier weights and things like that. But most of the people that come to us, they kind of fall into two categories. In the adult category, of course, in the youth category, they mostly come to us because they want to get better in sport. But for the adults, they're generally coming to us because they need that extra push, that extra motivation. They need somebody to tell them what to do so that they do it. And they're ready to make that change in their life. which change can be hard, and change can be hard to do if you don't have support. I'll be the first to tell you that I do better when I go to a workout class than working out at home by myself. And I know what to do. But it's just that extra motivation and the community. It makes it a lot of fun. And it's a great and wonderful motivating environment that we have created there.
Awesome. That's great. Can you tell us about some of the programs that you have and that you offer?
Yeah, so we offer basically a couple of programs for our adults. We have an adult strength and conditioning program where when you first come and work with us, we work with you on an individual level, find out what your goals are, find out what your needs are, and we work with you one-on-one until you're ready to come into our class setting. And in the classes, it's a small group environment where, again, we're working on your goals in a small group environment, which is really motivating as well. And we've taken that same similar approach, but we actually have a mom and baby fitness class a strength and conditioning class that I do as well, where new moms in the community can start to get back into shape and work on their strength, but do this in a small and controlled environment where they can bring their baby with them, and often use their baby throughout the workout if needed. But those are the two adult programs that we have. And then, of course, we also have our youth performance programs for kids that are in some sort of sport like soccer, football, basketball, volleyball, and of course, hockey. And we have different types of programs based on their needs. I think one of the things that we noticed, I just wanted to share this, is what happened during COVID was we had to close our doors to our training facility. Yeah. And we were immediately pushed into how do we service our clients? So we actually went online. We started coaching our clients through a platform, Zoom, and we would do training sessions with them all day. And our clients really started to like that. And so now that we're reopened, and we're able to service our clients back in person, we have taken on more of a hybrid model of training where you can come into the gym and work with us, but then you can also do our at-home online program. And so because what we found is a lot of our adults, once they start moving, they actually want to move more. They get more goals, and they feel better when they move. And so this allows them to continue with their fitness, but at home. And we all know that we can come up with excuses of not getting out and going to the gym. But this is like, you can just, pop us online, do a replay, work out with us live, and then it allows them to get their physical fitness needs in.
That is phenomenal. And I think definitely probably the way the world is going. But yeah. You've already jumped on that and you're yep. totally taking advantage of that. That is fantastic. And you found that you've had great results from that. People are really taken to it and using the online version as well as in studio.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a couple of different types of people. There's the type of person that is most motivated in person, and they would prefer that setting. And then we have other people that can't even make it to the gym and they can only work out at home. And so they've very much taken advantage of our at-home program, and they show up and they do their workouts every single day without fail. And that does require a little bit more self-motivation, but then we're there to kind of guide you and hold your hand throughout the process. And I can tell you that all of our clients have maintained their strength goals, even surpassed them, which I know is very difficult to do during a pandemic when some of us were making bread and drinking more, or, eating unhealthier foods, which just happened over the course of time when you're stuck at home. But our clients definitely did maintain, if not overachieve their results by doing our programs.
I actually believe that's probably attests to your personality, what you guys do, and your relationship that you built with your clients. So that's fantastic.
Yeah.
And I do want...
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. Go ahead.
The other thing that I wanted to mention, we've been talking a lot about physical fitness, which is definitely a big factor, but we do look at the overall approach. So our approach to training and performance and physical health is not just moving your body, but we also help our clients with their nutrition, We help them make healthier habits to their nutrition, and we do this as well with our athletes. We try and help these families that have athletes in them. We help their parents make healthier food so that their athletes are eating healthier, and it becomes just a family thing, because food is very, very important in our energy and in our overall health and the way that we can show up. And then we also look at other lifestyle factors that may get in the way of results, such as things like sleep, or, other, activities that you do throughout the day, other lifestyle habits that you have. And we help to create those routines, those healthier habit routines for our clients, so that they can continue to reach their goals.
Fantastic. Because the other thing I was going to mention is, the habits and really sticking with it. How do you help your clients make sure that they do that? And that's great, because I know it's hard, especially with the moms group and being a new mom and just, taking care of the baby, also taking care of yourself. So I'm glad that you offer that as well.
Yeah, it's important, because it's not just one thing. It does take time for anybody looking to make a change in their life. It takes time, but small little habits every day will eventually lead you into the direction that you want to go, which sometimes at first seems like a lot, but it's definitely doable, because we've seen, incredible transformations with our clients who, maybe did nothing on day one, and now they're living a completely healthy and active lifestyle. So it's pretty incredible and empowering.
Awesome. Thank you. Where can we find you?
You can find us actually on Instagram and on Facebook. Our handle is at Blais Performance. That's Blais with a BLAIS Performance. And then we also have a website, which you can contact us through there, and you can check out some of our programs. It's www.blaisperformance.com.
Perfect. And I got to say, that's actually a perfect name.
It is. It's my husband's name.
It's perfect. It's great. All right. Well, that's all the time we have for today. And I want to thank you so much, Alyssa. Thank you so much for your knowledge and for what you're doing in the community and what you bring to the table. And you're really making a difference in mental health. So I want to thank you so much for what you do.
Thank you.
Thank you all for joining us today and tuning in to Inside Mental Health. Until next time, please remember that you're not alone. Let's help erase the stigma of mental health together.